Hello Facebook and YouTube. Tonight on How Hugh Eats, I'm going to show you how I make some pork taco meat. I crock pot it and then I oven it. This is just a boneless loin fillet that been sitting in my freezer for a while. Not going to tell you for how long, but probably way too long. But it's nice and sealed, and I've cooked them before. So let me show you how I do this. Okay, get my big knife. You know what? Let me put on my food handling gloves. So I'm going to get my food handling gloves, because they make cleaning up easy. And let me get one other thing too. Bag to throw away my trash in, other than just my trash cans. I don't like smelly trash. So I got my sharp knife. I'm going to peel that off of there, revealing a nice piece of pork. I'm going to take this and just stick it right in the bag. There we go. Put that off to the side. Now I'm going to end up shredding this, and I just cut it into pieces that are just about 1.5 inches wide each. Okay, nice and easy. Get my crock pot bowl. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably can. And I just dump them inside of there. Take the gloves off. And then I immediately go over and I clean my knife and I clean my board with some nice soap and water, and to get the pork off of there. Okay, there's the pork in the crock pot. I have a small crock pot, but it's okay, it works. Okay, now I only cook and eat, or cook and drink with filtered water. I don't trust tap water straight out of the tap, so run it through my Brita. So I'm gonna put some water in there. Show you how much in a minute. Let me get something to poke that meat down with. Get it all the same level. Okay, I'm not really fancy on seasoning. Check how much salt there is. So put some salt in there. A little bit of Lorry salt. A little bit of chili powder. Bit of cilantro, a little bit of chopped onions, looks something like that. I'm going to go ahead and stick it into the crock pot holder. Okay, there's my little crock pot holder, cooker, whatever it is. Put the lid on. Turn it on low. Okay, so tomorrow or some other time later tonight, when that's all cooked up, I'm going to take it out and dry it, shred it into shred it all up. Shred with a fork, and then dry off any oils or grease or fat there might be. And the leeks, I'll leave any fat on it if there were any. There's not much fat on that, but I'll leave it there because fat's what makes meat taste so good. And then I'll spread it out onto a cookie sheet and put it into the oven for a little bit and brown it. And that kind of gives it a interesting taste and texture. And then, I freeze it up in little baggies and eat it later. So that's what I do with my food. I freeze my food and I eat it later. So more to come. Okay, it finished up cooking in the crock pot. I fell asleep, so I just stuck it in the refrigerator overnight. So let's pull the pieces of meat out and put them in the pan, and then we'll shred it. See how that looks. Oop. Okay, so there's the meat all cooked, and I'm going to go ahead and shred it. But I'm going to turn on the oven first. So let's go turn on the oven. I'm not really much of a cooker, but I think, let's see, got to bake, make it kind of hot. I'll go to 400 degrees and put it in the oven for a little bit till it gets all nice and brown and toasty looking. Okay, let's shred that meat up. Okay, I'm gonna get my trusty food handling gloves on. Love these things. And if I cooked it right, I should be able to just shred it with just a couple of forks. And it should just all start to pull apart. I probably should have cooked it longer. It's not falling apart quite as easy as some other pieces have. So let me go ahead and use my fingers in. Always cook a little bit longer in the oven. That's coming apart okay. Okay, well, I'm thinking any second that oven's going to tell me it's 400 degrees. I thought it was supposed to beep. Maybe it doesn't, but it sounds like it's hot. So let's open that up. Yeah, it's hot. Put this in. Set a timer for, I don't know, 8 minutes. See what it looks like. See if I can do that. Timer. 8:00. Start. Okay, we'll check it in 8 minutes, see how it looks. Okay, it's getting pretty close. Go for the effects, let the timer completely go off. There it goes, there's the timer on the microwave. So let's pull this out and see how it looks. I don't have any real oven mitts, I don't think. That's actually looking pretty good. Want to get a little bit hotter though, so I'm going to put it back in for just a little bit. Okay, I went another 5 minutes or so. See how that does. Okay, I'm going to call it done. Looks good to me. Let it cool down, put it in baggies, stick it in the freezer, eat it later. Okay, have a great day. Out.